Hey there, thanks for clicking on the video. Today I'm going to show you how to install a flush mounted rod holder into your kayak. So this is an official OEM rod holder from Old Town. And this is kind of the area that I'm aiming for to put it in. It's going to be forward facing, just like this, right in here. Probably shouldn't do, but I'm going to do anyways because I like to have a template. So I'm actually going to peel off this little gusset or whatever you want to call it, just so that I have a stencil to work off of. And be careful that you don't rip it because you're actually going to use it. We don't want this moving around. So we're just going to put a little painter's tape right here, right there. Again, you want to make sure it sits flat because this is where you're going to make your marks, where we're going to drill holes and then circle where we're going to cut out. Now we're just going to do a stencil. This is going to get cut out anyway, so do a nice little circle with a Sharpie. I always like to do an X, that's where I'm aiming for. Careful when you pull your painter's tape off that you don't rip this piece, because it's important that you don't rip it. It's going to help keep a watertight seal, and it is very, very delicate. At this point you can just go ahead and put it back on your rod holder. So now comes the fun part, because I don't think anyone really enjoys this part, is we're going to drill a nice little hole into the kayak, the first hole that we're drilling in. So I like to start a little pilot hole. That pilot hole is going to come in handy because this drill bit has this little tip right here. I'm just going to put that right on that pilot hole that I drilled, and we're just going to drill into it. All right, and there we go. There is the piece of plastic that I cut out. Man, that is one thick piece of plastic. So here is our rod holder. Sits in there just nice. I'm gonna figure out how to make it sit here so that I'm not messing with the rudder cable. I think that's it. I also want to make sure that the rudder cable can still turn. Now we're gonna put this in here. Now the one thing that this kit did not come with was some stainless steel screws. So I went and picked up some stainless steel number 10 3/4 inch screws. Mine came in a 4-pack. Yours might come in something different, but this is what you want to use. Now, we're just going to drill these pilot holes. You don't have to do it this way. The stencil kind of got moved, and I only really need it for that one because this one is actually lined up. I just wanted to make sure that where I drill is actually where it needs to be. And now we're good. We've drilled all the holes we need to drill for this, but we're still not done yet. Now we need to take some marine sealant. We're gonna put it around the hole so this gets down, and we're gonna push down, and then we're gonna start putting the screws in. We wanna make sure we're gonna create a nice watertight seal, so we're just gonna use some silicone sealant, nothing too crazy. And we're gonna use that right here around the hole, and then we're gonna use it before we put in each screw as well. Just gonna put a nice little bead all the way around. So it creates a nice seal. Okay, just like that. Now we're gonna take our rod holder. We're gonna slide her on in again. Gonna move that rudder cable again. All right. We're gonna line it up with the holes that we drilled. And we're gonna put some sealant right where we're gonna drill our hole, right in there. Just a little bit, again, we don't need a lot. Now we're gonna take one of our screws. We have the sealant in there. I'll take one of our screws. I'll put it right in the hole, right? Again, you don't wanna use a screwdriver for this. You can, if you're comfortable with it, but if you use a screwdriver, there's a big old chance you're gonna rip through the plastic. You're drilling into plastic. If you're not familiar with doing it, you wanna make sure you're using a good screwdriver and not a drill. So as you're going in, make sure that you, again, are lined up with where your holes are. You don't wanna go around making too many holes, all right? There's one. Now, we gotta get the other one on there. We gotta work quickly because the sealant is sealing. So we're gonna get this guy going as well. Put him right, put another bead right in there. Find the screw. Just start screwing her in. We're gonna put a little bit more sealant. Find the hole that we've drilled, yep. Right there. I'm gonna get the screw started. Some of the sealant is right there and it's coming out, and that's totally fine. Now what I'm gonna do, because I want a good seal all the way around, is I'm actually, and you don't have to do this, but I did this with my last kayak and I wanted to make sure that nothing was gonna come out. So I'm actually gonna take a little bit of sealant, I'm gonna put it on the painter's tape, like this. And I'm gonna run it kind of around here. Just gonna get it one of these. And that's gonna push sealant in case there's any crevice right in there. I'm gonna do it again on this side. You're just gonna press and drag like that. And it's gonna help create a better seal. I'm gonna do it on this side too. Just a little bit, like a little bead will do it. And push it around. Now we do have that gusset, so that should help. But this is just a little bit of extra, just in case. So now that that's all said and done, we can put a nice little rod right in here. It's facing forward instead of backwards so that I can work on it, or if I catch a fish, I don't have to worry about where my rod's gonna go. I can just put my rod here, my line facing in front of me. Hopefully this helped you out. This is super simple, easy process. It's not that difficult. It's just a few drills. It is a little nerve-wracking because you are drilling into your kayak. Keep in mind, if this is a new kayak, you might be voiding the warranty. So think about it before you start drilling holes into your kayak. But if it's something that you really want and you want to make sure you have one, it's not that hard of a process. Super easy. Hopefully this helped you out. And if you did enjoy it, if you did get some value from it, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Happy fishing and God bless.